one of the things you is understand. Do you understand why perhaps people would like to hear from you in terms of whether or not you return to the party? Does that add up for you?
It doesn't add up for me because then people are not really. I mean, it's a general problem that we have as a country, that we have a lot of dishonest politicians. So whenever you have made your point, you have made your positions known to them in the past, people still do not trust a typical politician. But we want to, as it were, change the dynamics of our body politics. That when you say yes, it's yes. When you say no, it's no.
But clearly, and I've listened to you consistently. This is a tradition that you believe in. This is also their philosophy. You said you agree with the way the MPP is supposed to see things, coming from center right to right, among others. You agree with the tradition. So, would it not be what do you call it? Right, if somebody feels that, if you still feel so strongly about the tradition, if the opportunity comes, you might take it up?
First of all, this is not what the MPP believes in, and this is not what any properly structured organization believes, having suffered a setback. So I believe you have the release in front of you.
Yes.
And I will give you a background as to why the release was issued on Saturday. Was it not issued on Saturday, the 16th of August? Hello?
Hello. Come again?
The release was issued on the 16th of August. Is that the case?
Yes, that's accurate.
So let me give you a background to that.
Okay.
Mr. Alakamante had done an interview, a pre-recorded interview with a YouTube channel called Pana Genius. So we have started playing excerpts of that interview that it will be aired fully on Saturday, the 16th of August.
Okay.
Now, in the excerpt that we were circulating, there was a last question in there that asked the interviewer, Sandra Babu Watson, asked Alan his future political decision, how he was going to behave going forward. So we are reliably informed that when the MPP got wind of that excerpt, they also used their own ingenuity or their links within to find out the details of the full tape. So they have gotten wind that the answer to that question posed by Sandra was that Alan was going to contest in the election 2028. And that interview was going to be aired on Saturday. So in order to, as it were, swindle the minds of people that support Alan Kyerematen that, hey, you have to go back to the NPP, they hurriedly put up this press release with the hope that it will scatter the support base of Mr. Alan Kyerematen. Now, if you read the second stanza or the second paragraph of the release, it says this decision was taken at an emergency meeting. Is that not the case? Now, Senator, emergency meetings, is only matters that are highly of emergency nature that are discussed, meaning that immediately those matters are discussed, the outcomes of it has to be made known. The decisions of it has to be made known to deal with a specific issue. We are told by this release that this meeting was held on the 25th of July, 2025. What sort of emergency meeting would discuss matters and have an outcome that will still wait for 23 solid clear days before the outcome is released? So just to draw your attention to the fact to establish the point that the decision to release it on Saturday, and does it not even strike you that this release came on a Saturday, that it was purely because Alan had done an interview. And after that, I'll forward the interview to you for you to appreciate what I'm saying.
Okay.
Now, this whole release is also to tell Mr. Alan Kyerematen and his supporters that we only need your presence to come and do the baboon jobs in the MPP But we don't need you to occupy any serious position in the party. Just come and be partakers in the party. Have you read the portion that talks about the forfeiture? I mean, two issues were tackled in the release. They said those that were suspended are pardoned. Is that not the case? Yeah, the amnesty has been extended to them. However, those that resigned have to reapply. Those that forfeited their membership have to reapply. Okay. Now, if you go into the MPP's constitution and read about the forfeiture of membership, forfeiture is basically if you decide to contest against a party's nominated candidate, or decide to go and support an independent candidate, or you yourself decide to go as an independent candidate, you have forfeited your membership. Now the party is saying that all those that went through this process have to reapply to the party. Now, not just reapplication, that when you reapply, you are not entitled to hold any position in the party for the next 2 years. The import of this decision is that, yes, Mr. Alan Chamante, we want you to come with your supporters, but do not come and make yourself relevant that you even dream of contesting the presidential or the flag bearership position of the party. Now, this aside, I can say without any equivocation that the decision by the party to do what you call top-down elections was because they believe that they will have some elders who will still come, and they do come. They are going through a lot of people to try and convince Mr. Alan Chamante that he should rejoin the MPP. And that by the time they are done with Mr. Alan Chamante, they would have finished with their flag bearership. So you would come to the party at the time the party has a flag bearership. So on what basis would you say that the party should go and reverse whatever decision they took in arriving at the flag bearer for you to also take part? We know all this in Senna. I have not seen a group of people who are so dishonest like this current crop of NPP leadership. They are so dishonest. They don't deserve the attention of the country. This country needs serious minds going forward, and I mean every word of it. We are growing. This is not, we are in 2025. For Christ's sake, this is the time that you can even speak to ChatGPT to write your notes for you. People must begin to have a renewed sense of thinking. The tone of the release is so arrogant between supporters of Mr. Alan Chamante and Mr. Alan Chamante, who must give the other amnesty. We are supposed to be giving them amnesty to even be talking to us.
Why?
I'm sure you saw the humiliation that happened to Mr. Alan Chamante when he was in Asin North during the by-election. Remember?
Yes.
When a founding member of the New Patriotic Party, someone who had invested his time, energy, and resources into the formation of this party, was on podium campaigning for NPP's candidate. The party deliberately, a vice president then, Dr. Bawumia, who is so indisciplined, decided to be late first of all for the program, and then when he was coming to the podium, he decided to walk through the fans, and for them to even go and take the mic from Mr. Alan Chamante, stop him from the campaign that he was doing just because there was a certain name called Bawumia coming on the stage. Jesus Christ of Nazareth. You see, the long and short of it is that we have moved on. We left the party at the time the party was in power. That is what people don't know. We are not stomach politicians. Indeed, if you believed in largesse of power, we would never have left the MPP at the time it was in power. I left the party on the 25th of September 2023. The party was in power. At exactly 2:35 p.m., I left the party. At the time, we processed the situation that it was not going to be wise for us to immediately form a political party because the structures then, we would have been disqualified and Mr. Alan Chamante would never have appeared on the ballot. I can assure you today that in 2028, all that we pray for is life. Mr. Lanchemanti will be on the ballot, and that very soon our movement will metamorphose into a political party. I've been saying this to you, Senna, and it is the dream of millions of people who follows Mr. Lanchemanti. Nobody must be deceived that Mr. Lanchemanti does not enjoy that huge support. Do not be deceived by the figures you saw in the last elections. You may be living in a fool's paradise. The MPP's own report, the research that they commissioned, they came to a conclusion that their hefty defeat, the disarray of the party, the current situation of the party is as a result of how bad elders of the party treated Mr. Lanchemanti. And here I'm not going to mince words, from former President J. Kufuor to Nana Akufo-Addo to the Council of Elders Chairman Hackman Owusu to Professor Michael Kwe. These were integral members of the party that made sure that Mr. Lanchemanti will be pushed out of the party with his teaming support. But we accepted the challenge, and we have accepted it today. And that we believe that there is always a Moses of our time. We are forward looking, we are fighting to build metamorphose into a political party and make that party vibrant. So we have to grant them amnesty so that in future they will join us, and not them calling us to join. There's nothing there to join.
So you're not going back?
So now what am I going to do in a party that there is no even discipline? Remember the last time, Ablekuma North, whereas the General Secretary was saying that they were not going to take part in an election, the candidate said she was going ahead to take part in an election. What sort of indisciplined party is it? And you want me to be part of such an indiscipline? Nothing seems to be working. Senna, I have recounted my history in the MPP. MPP, I was born into it all. In those days, my father would go with me to meetings as long as that, and we were the ones pasting posters in those turbulent days. In the early 90s, it was not easy to come out as an MPP because you had just moved out for military junta. Now it's so cheap. But what you see today has no semblance of the party that some of us saw when we were growing up. It's a day and night. It is only MPP by name, but nothing they do resembles that. And this release is only to show Alan that yes, we have wronged you. Why is it that they don't want to touch the core base, the fundamentals, the root cause of the problem? Why did Mr. Lanchemanti and his supporters have to leave the party? Why are they running away from that? They want to use the back door, the short way, to think that they have solved problems. No, we don't solve problems. Right? They must live with their conscience. We also live with our conscience, and posterity will judge the two of us, and we'll see who will be on the right side of history.
Mr. Owusu, thank you. Thank you for speaking to